Project for today, Seaward Europa Plus. It's got a few issues. Pair them up. Well, that's definitely an issue. They didn't pair it up. Oh, here we go. Okay, we've got this warning: possible disconnected, isolate or floating input earth. Check input earth before proceeding. Proceed only if known input earth is isolated. Proceeding with an incorrect earth may give incorrect test results. Okay, so that's the first fault. I'll just say yes to that. Due for a service, which I would agree with totally. One of the issues I have got is I've noted that it wasn't keeping its date and time. Which entered it a bit earlier, and it seems to have kept it a little bit now, but I think it needs there's a small coin cell inside these. I think it needs the coin cell looking at, so that'll be part of the first thing to do, is replace that coin cell. I think these are quite old now, around about 2012 probably, something like that. Everything else seems to work on it. It's very little use by the look of it. I shall strip it down, basically take this rubber tied jacket off. It's only a press fit, 6 screws on the bottom, drop the bottom off, and when I've got to that point we'll pick back up again and we'll have a look at this first fault of this floating earth and see if we can find out what that is, and obviously change the battery as well at the same time. I've took it apart, and this is the bottom board. I'll just zoom out a little bit. Top board just flies over. There is like an IDE type lead that connects to these pins here. Here's your battery. I've just done a quick measurement. Let's just see if we can do it again, just to see what it says. And it's reading about 0.7 of a volt, so it's supposed to be 3.2 volts, so that battery's definitely gone. So let's get that changed, but this is a quick overview for you. And this is the relay board, and I presume this is generating you 500 volts and all the rest of it. Can't see anything obvious as regards dry joints and things, but I will check some of these caps. There are a few tabs on here which are typically for going, so we'll check a few of the components, but I'll start with the battery and see where we end up from there. Okay, I've changed the battery. First thing it's done is come up with enter the new date and time, which I've just done, so I'll say okay to that. So Saturday 24th of April 2021, which is about right, so okay to that. Okay, possible isolate floating point, so we haven't got rid of that. The battery's got nothing to do with that. Okay, recommended. Okay, no problem at all with that. Okay, so changing the battery obviously needed doing. Look at that menu option. So it's set to novice, which basically just gives you lots of advice. Basically, you've got advanced and then other users. The only thing I don't know about this is, fortunately, I bought this second hand to fix. If I go to setup, I go into system configuration. It's asking for a password, which I ain't got a clue what it is, unless it's a default one. But I can't find anything on the net, so I'll have to come out of there. And it just tests things okay, but I need to still investigate that first fault more. So all I've done is I've just replaced the battery at the moment, so now it should be holding its time and its date. I think there's like a Dallas timestamp type chip in there, I think, and I think all that backup battery does is hold that, so it keeps running basically. I was hoping it might clear the sort of EEPROM memory or something, but it don't. So nothing else has changed really. But yeah, I think the backup battery is just purely for the date and time and stuff. I don't think there's any. Checking the results. Download format. No. That's downloading, isn't it? Don't want to do that. So go back out of there. Let's do a quick memory test. Memory options. View memory capacity. 99%, so there's nothing in it. Perform a memory test. Memory test successful. 66 records found. Okay. So taking the battery out hasn't cleared those records. So let's look at view test results. You can do a search on there. Okay, yeah, so okay, I'll crack on. Everything seems to be working again, and I've still got that warning, so I'll dig a little bit deeper. Okay, back on the Seaward Europa. Back to this earth fault. I've changed the backup battery on it. Still had the earth fault. So I started looking at some of the relays, because that seems to be the first powering up of stuff. I've checked some caps, I've checked this, I've checked that. What I did notice was this big blue relay. Well, I'll call it blue because it's got a blue case on it. The contacts looked a bit weird on it, like that was welded like that shut. Don't know if you can see that. Initially I never noticed, but then when I pulled the cap off, I thought, oh, that can't be right. So I got a blade and just literally shoved it in there, which broke it apart and it sprung open then. So now when I power it up, I'll show you the clicking of the relays. So normal screen, and now if we go back to the screen of power, this is just recommended for your service, so I'll go to that. And we seem to be working now. So in my circumstances, it seemed to be this big relay down here, which is relay 6. I'm going to clean the contacts up. On these other ones as well. Took the caps off them, so I'll get those back on. But well, that might be of help to somebody. I mean, if you're definitely losing your date and time, it's your internal battery. If you've got that warning as it passes, yeah, that seems to be my problem. So I'll put that back together, and then I'll do a few tests on some extension leads and a kettle or something, and just see if it's working. Obviously it'll have to go off for calibration prior to being moved on. Got to make sure it's all working properly. It is a safety piece of equipment and should be working as it left the manufacturers. But yeah, I'll put it all back together and I'll let you know.